Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television, and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of those reality shows that we do is Vanderpump Rules. But before we get into that, this is my 500th episode. Yeah, 500. So that's close to 2 years now I've been doing this show every day. That's kind of crazy, right? Now granted, it's been averaging one show a day because, there might be days that I skip and then I do two the next day or something like that, But I've been averaging about one show a day for the past, 500 days. Except I will say that I did take 1 week off. So for the past 493 days, I guess. There was 1 week when I think I was ill and I couldn't do a damn thing. Or maybe I was traveling, or maybe my phone was bad back then. I don't know. It was a while ago. Sorry. Okay, so today my roommate and I went to go sign a lease because we're going month to month right now until we can sign a lease, and the amount that they're charging is ridiculous. And all we got from the leasing office was the runaround. Like, first of all, the amount that, because we got a notice on our door telling us how much we could save if we signed a lease, but apparently that price is not available anymore. And not just that, but the prices change every day. Okay, bitch, you know what? We can stay month to month, and I will fucking call the goddamn leasing office every fucking day until we get a decent price. Because that is ridiculous. And to even tell somebody that is so stupid. It's insulting. It really is. And not just that, but because I wanted to be added to the lease, they were like, well, we're going to have to do a criminal background check on him. And I'm like, okay, I've never been to jail. Do it. That's fine with me. I mean, and are you trying to tell me that all of these crackhead, crazy-ass people that live in this building are, they've all passed criminal background checks? Well, then what is it that you're looking for? Obviously nothing. I've got good credit, and I have no criminal background. So, and you're also going to be hearing from me every fucking day. And I'm in such a fucking mood, I might actually leave a bad Yelp review and a Google review, and anywhere else I can fucking think of, because that is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm over it. So, stay tuned, because I'm sure you'll be seeing how this is going to be going sooner or later, because I'm over it. They fucked with the wrong bitch, I'm telling you. Obviously, they have not been watching Storytime with Angel Benton. Well, actually, I haven't got to the point where Angel gets his revenge yet. That's next time in April. But as you can see, I'm a little bit fired up about the situation. Anyways, moving on. So, yay me, 500 episodes. All right. So, Vanderpump Rules. I swear I've got, there we go. I had this just a bubble, and it was going to sit right there. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not going to let that happen all show. Okay, so, Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules this week. Now, so there were, that there was a fire at SUR maybe 1 or 2 episodes ago, right? And, this time, they closed down the restaurant completely. And because really, even though the only damage to the restaurant was actually just smoke, everything else, all the main damage was behind even the kitchen. It wasn't even really in the kitchen either, because it was the electrical panel that shorted. But they showed Tom and Ariana bartending at Villa Blanca. First of all, I think, I know that as a gay person, I'm sort of obligated to like Pump the best of her 3 restaurants. She's got Pump, SUR, and Villa Blanca. I might like Villa Blanca the best. I'm not going to lie. I'm just saying. I think Villa Blanca's fantastic. So it was nice to see them in that location. I think that was great. Okay, so this week, Sheena and her then boyfriend Rob, who has a cabin in Big Bear, invited, who did they invite? They invited Brittany and Jax, Tom and Ariana, who else? James and Raquel, I know, and Lala. Because we know Lala's boyfriend can't go because apparently he doesn't want to be seen on camera ever. Whatever, that's fine. That's his choice. You know, even though he is like a major plot point of the season, this season and last season. What's interesting, though, is that, like, so James got sloppy. God bless James. First of all, Jax was saying, he sent a text to Sheena saying, you know, oh, I'm so old. I'm 38 years old. I cannot have this little bed that you've got for us. If we can't switch rooms, that's fine. Just please tell me what hotels are in the area, you know. Now, they were acting like that was a big diva request, but in all fairness, as someone who's a little bit older than Jax, I can tell you, getting old sucks. It sucks. And so maybe he does have a bad back. Remember, he had some issues with his boobs, you know, a while back when he was getting gynecomastia because of all the supplements that he was taking. So I'm not entirely, you know, unconvinced that he could easily have a bad back. I mean, maybe he doesn't talk about it, but I mean, trust me, I'm not one person to ever stand up for Jax, but in this case, I'm like, maybe, you know, you need to cut the guy some slack. Or let him stay in a fucking hotel. You know, God. Okay, so anyways. So they all go to this place, and first of all, Jax, God bless him, because James is totally, well, I don't think he's, I know Jax says that James is more of the young him, but I don't think so, because even like, let's say when the show first started, which was like, I don't know, like what, 8 years ago? And like I had that big, Sudsy had her big birthday party in Vegas. And yes, Jax threw his chunky sweater down and he was going to fight Patrick. Not this Patrick, but the other Patrick that used to work at Sir. No, Frank. His name was Frank. Sorry. Whatever. Random white guy dating Sudsy. But he wasn't like, he didn't pick a fight with him. You know, and he was, so, but James, when James has even the slightest bit of alcohol, he kind of turns into a big douche. And he basically just was like picking on Lala all night long. Now, the good news about that is that Lala is not one to take that shit from fucking anybody. At all, period, ever. So she ripped him to shreds, and she's like, why the fuck are you constantly doing that? And they were outside, but I mean, here's the thing. If you're outside because you want to take your argument outside, which is respectable because, you know, the whole house had at that point already gone to bed, you kind of want to keep it down because if everyone in the whole house, and they showed, God bless the cameras, the camera showed that you can hear fucking everything that they were saying, every single word, like you could hear details, right? I mean, it's kind of like how my neighbors are constantly screaming like their fucking heads are getting cut off, or the domestic violence theater from upstairs. I'm telling you one thing too, that shit's gonna stop, because if I hear that shit one more time, I am calling the police. I'm not kidding. I will. Either one. You need to fucking keep a lid on those kids and make sure that they don't scream. Like, I get it. There's a difference between crying, because the little girl that lives next door, she's cried every now and then. I get that. And babies cry. That's fine. But, I mean, like, not hardly ever. Like, maybe 2 times. And then there's some kids that live upstairs in the front of the building that they've cried a couple times. They're a little rambunctious, but there's 2 of them. But they're adorable. And they're very, other than that, I mean, they're really well behaved. So I've got nothing but love for those 2 families and those children, and if anyone. And so that's why I do not put up with this bullshit from across the way. Fuck that. I'm really pissed. It really pisses me off. I'm over it. So anyways, it didn't really make sense why, you know, they went outside, because everyone else could hear every word anyways. And James was like, I'm still in love with you, Lala. And I'm going, oh my God. But Lala's done with him. Like, she's done. Dunzo, done. And what's funny is that she talks about, well, what's interesting is that, so she did this interview with BravoTV.com, and they were asking her about James, and if she thinks that James has ever hooked up with Logan. Now, on the one hand, I give all of the ladies at SUR a lot of credit because it apparently, your boyfriend being somewhat bisexual is not actually a deal breaker. And that is not the norm in the United States, so I actually give them credit because they're a little bit more progressive thinking in terms of sexuality. But she didn't answer the question. She was like, I don't know if he has or not. I don't think he has, but who knows, I don't care if he has. Logan is a sweetheart. Obviously Logan wishes there was more. And here's the thing about that. Now, I only know Logan through the television show. Logan is not one of those people that I ever encountered in West Hollywood or in LA. And so I can't give you any personal information, but I will say he doesn't come off that good on the show. I'm just saying. He comes off kind of like a bitch. So it's not exactly the most flattering portrayal of a gay person on television. And since there are no other gay people on that show, it just kind of makes me go, okay. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on, and especially thank you for all of you that have logged on with me for 500 episodes. Can you believe that? I just want to say I appreciate it. And you can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Angel Benton. And you can hashtag Pump Rules to talk Vanderpump Rules. Or you can also hashtag All Stars 3, because I'm going to be talking RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3 next. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. And while you're there, if you have not heard the story yet, please feel free to log on to Storytime with Angel Benton, where I tell stories about my life. I started with this Britney Spears story, and I haven't even gotten to the good part yet. That's the next episode. So thank you so much for logging on. Have a great day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.